Welcome to the Ben Mala podcast, where Ben Mala is going to answer your real estate questions. If you'd like to get a call or would like to submit a question, go to benmala.com/podcast. You can also get Fast Pass, where we will give you a call during the show. Go to benmala.com/shop. And also, Aaron's going to read super chats, and Ben's going to answer them.
Can't hear you.
We're going to try to be reading almost all the super chats. We're going to really focus on calls today, but we'll get them done.
We also have Vincent.
What? Vincent's here, but he's not really here. He's fooling around in Fort Lauderdale. All right, so where are we at? Are we live now? It's awfully loud somewhere. Something's really loud. It's irritating me. Vincent's too loud. He's always too loud. He's got a big mouth. Vincent, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, a little too clear.
How many diapers did Vincent change today? None?
Nope, because I got a good woman.
I used to change your diapers. Remember that.
Did you?
When you start changing those nasty diapers, remember I did that for you.
Did you?
And this is how you repay me. After I change your diapers. All right, so what are we doing here tonight? We're back. We're doing a podcast. Why are we doing a podcast? Why? Because people have questions. And if you got questions about hair replacement, you need to call Bosley, baby. I'm going to call him. What else you got? You got anybody calling in? Let's get some fast passes. Let's hear about some real estate making money. I'm sick of hearing about the fucking gas. I'm sick of hearing about the goddamn war. All right. We're going to get really tough with that Putin. Today, we take away his McDonald's. We take away his Coca-Cola. And if you don't watch out, we're going to take your Twinkies, Putin. What else?
I think we're going to try to get some callers on too soon.
All right. You got anybody? All right. So what's going on? Vincent, what are you doing? All right. Get the hotel finished. I want all the rooms making money. We got rooms that are not making money. Spend the money to make the money. Hello?
Hey, this is Mark.
Mark, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you in Florida?
We're doing all right. We're doing all right. What's up?
So I'm out here in Malibu, California, and I have a bunch of oceanfront rentals.
Ooh, big shot. Malibu, California, oceanfront real estate. You got a surfboard, Mark? How many surfboards do you own?
Well, it depends. It depends if you mean surfboards or you mean paddleboards. We paddleboard out here in Malibu.
We paddleboard now. That's the new thing. No more surfers. Now we got paddlers. So what's up? What's up in Malibu, California, on the beachfront there where real estate costs more than anywhere on the planet?
Yes. Actually, Property Shark actually called us the most expensive area in Los Angeles. But anyway, so I'm on a private road. J-Lo lives 2 houses away. She's got a house. Adam Sandler's got a house. I have a bunch of units. It's very rare. There's only about 40 apartments on the whole street. And short-term rentals are running great, except there's a guy now.
J-Lo lives on a street where there's apartments? J-Lo lives on a street where there's apartments on the same block?
Well, they're condos. They're about $4 million for a 1-bedroom.
Man. All right, so I'm sorry. What were you saying now?
So the problem is 2 houses over, they're building a $25 million house with caissons that are going down 80 feet. And do I tell my guests that are coming in for the summer about the construction and the noise? How do I deal with the customers and discounts when I'm charging $2,000 a night? What would you do?
All right, so you got construction going on in these big fancy rentals you got? Is that what's going on?
Well, it's not my construction. It's somebody else building a house. It's like Steve Jobs' wife or something.
All right, so he's building a house and they're making that much noise where it's disturbing your property?
Well, then it hasn't started yet, so I'm trying to, think about my busy season coming up. And if they're going to be drilling, with huge rigs going down 80 feet, in California, you got to hit bedrock. And that type of noise, what should I do? Should I tell the guests ahead of time? Should I wait till they complain? When they complain, give them money, give them alcohol? What would you do?
You're talking about Airbnb?
Correct. Yes.
I mean, we got rules in our hotel. So, we have to follow certain rules in our hotel. I'm going to just tell you that the industry standards are, as a hotel owner, that if I have construction going on, I got to notify. Vincent, are you there? You work at a hotel sometimes. Vincent, I can't hear Vincent.
What's up? What's up?
All right. So
Yeah,
did you hear what the
sometimes.
guy said? So what do you do, Vincent, when you're working in a hotel and the guest might be disturbed? Do you let them know ahead of time? Do you just put up a sign, apologize, and what do you do?
Well,
I have no control over the noise.
All right.
I mean,
Vincent's
technically,
in-
you're supposed to let them know before they even
And
book.
we have to in the hotel business by rules of the
Yes, you're supposed
franchise
to put it on
that
your
if we
hotel
have
website
construction,
that you're.
Yeah.
Yes, you're supposed to put it
And
on your hotel website that you're under construction or there might be some noise or
not,
something.
there might be noise from construction. I don't know. I mean, honestly, if I was you, I'd probably just wing it, and then if they complain, give them a few bucks off the goddamn rent. Maybe that's what I would do. If they complain, then say, "Hey, I'm sorry, it was beyond my control, but here's 10 to 20% back or something discount for putting up with it." I mean, I don't think there's much you can do. You have no recourse against your neighbor or building as long as you're doing during proper hours that he's allowed to build. I mean, most of the people are out and about during the day when they're doing a construction anywhere, aren't they? Or no? It's got a pool in this house.
Well, no, it's oceanfront. I mean, we're literally on the sand. We own the
I'm on the
land to
sand
the
and I
average
got a
high tide
pool.
line.
I'm on the sand. You telling me you
Yeah.
ain't got no fucking pool?
That's because you're in Florida and you're allowed to have those kinds of things. In California, we're
You
scared
can't
of
have
chlorine. We can't
nothing
have
in California. California is nothing but a goddamn rich goddamn Russia. You do nothing. You do nothing. You do what we tell you to do. Anyway, so I mean, basically, I would just, I'm sure that that they can complain, and then you got to make a deal with them. I don't know. Do they have the right to get all their money back? I mean, it depends on the person. Maybe they're not going to be in the house and notice it that much. I mean, I don't know. I wish I could help you, but
You can start at 7 in the. You can start at 7 in the morning here. That's kind of my issue. It's waking people up on vacation.
What's the law
They're
say
going
you
into
can
spring
start?
break in summer.
What time does the law say? They got a
7 to
lot of
4.
laws. The laws say 7 to 4, huh? And
Yeah.
what about if a project is it's beyond normal noise? I don't know, like tremendous amount of noise. I don't know. They don't have no laws on that. The big shot lawmakers over there, oh, you're making too much noise. You got to build things quietly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you're renting through Airbnb, you might want to anonymously ask them the question because they're the ones paying you the money or collecting it or whatever. And or you can just wing it and say, listen, I had no idea. It hasn't started yet, right?
No, they're getting all ready to go. They're going to start in about 2 weeks.
Well,
And obviously Airbnb is feedback based, so I got to worry about my feedback,
listen, people are so desperate to go away and go somewhere and rent someplace. They may just say, "Hey, I'm just happy to be here." I don't know. In that type of business, hospitality business, every day in a hotel business, we got to make, you got to cater to people and understand these things, and sometimes you got to give away discounts, and whatever. You got to do whatever you feel is fair on both sides. But I don't know. Ask Airbnb. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Good luck
Thanks,
to you,
Bill.
and have fun out there, Malibu. Boo, Malibu. You like that? Was there a movie about a kid from Malibu who tried to act all gangster and stuff? You remember? A movie about that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. You got anything?
Yeah, we do have some super chats. So let's see. Bullet Motorsports Inc. Thank you for the $40. Would you consider investing in classic cars as a smart move for a portfolio when the markets start to go down?
You say classic cars?
Yeah, classics.
This is the real estate channel, not the car channel, but that just happens to be. I'm an expert in classic cars. Not an expert, but I did my share. I was at those auctions. I was bidding. I was selling. I was buying. I bought everything. I bought him a Batmobile when he was only like 4 years old.
You bought yourself a Batmobile.
You were the first
And
one
I
to
loved
sit in
it.
it.
And
you
I
were
loved
the first
it.
one
I
to
loved
sit in
it.
it. The guy almost had a fit. Oh my God, he's putting a kid in my Batmobile. I shouldn't have sold it to him. He's going to ruin it. And I think you actually had to have your diaper changed in it once. So anyway, classic cars are great, but right now they're pretty high. I mean, you got to find bargains because I've been watching the auctions and everything's still high. Maybe that's going to go down because gas going up, gas go up, car go down. It's the way it works. So, but be careful what you buy. And if you buy it, it's all in the buy. Everything in life is in the buy. No matter what the hell you're buying and selling something, but you got to know your stuff with the classic cars. You got to know a lot, and it's a good time if you can get a deal, but it has been a good investment for people that were buying shit if I had all that shit that I was buying and selling for, 50 grand is now worth 150 grand. Everything's like 3 times, 4 times more. So, try it, but do it right. What else?
So we keep going. All right. Let's see. Bryce K, thank you for the super chat. Can you take all your 1031 money and buy a property and put down more than 20% down and then cash out refi to avoid taxes?
Number one, you're not avoiding taxes. You're deferring. The key word here is defer. How long do you defer them? You defer them till you die. Till you die. Oh, yeah, till you die. I could have been a singer. So basically, the way it works is when you do your 1031, all right, you're selling a piece of property for $1 million. You're going to get $500,000 cash, and you're going to pay the bank back $500,000 when you sell it. Every penny of that $500,000 has to go in a 1031. You're not touching the money. Go to somebody separate. There'll be somebody you can trust. One guy went out and started buying fucking yachts with everybody's money and pissing it all away, and he's in jail right now. So basically, all of that $500,000 has to be exhausted in the deal that you purchase for $1 million or more as your replacement property. All right? Then down the road, you go to the banker and you say, hey, you mind giving me a loan here for the normal LTV of 80%? And then you refinance the property, and then you get the money, baby. We all know borrowed money is a non-taxable event. You do not have to attend that event. What else?
We got a caller.
We got a caller.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing well. So I'm calling from Queens, New York.
I hate Queens, New York.
I'm sure you do. But we have a couple of properties here in our portfolio. And I know you're originally from here. You moved to California, then you went to Texas, and then, eventually you landed up in Florida. But wanted to get your take on it. Perhaps you answered this question in the past, but just to get your take on investing out of state and, what made you pick Florida?
Number one, I was stuck in California. I hated it. I didn't want to start a new family there. I didn't want the kids I already had growing up there. I wanted to get out. So I sold off everything I had in California. When I looked on LoopNet. Back then, all we had was LoopNet. We're talking back in 2002 and 3. All right. So I went on LoopNet and checked the, whatever we could and found that, to me, the only 2 states that made sense, number one, because they were non-taxable states, were, it was Texas, it was Florida, and it was Nevada. That was basically what it boiled down to. So, I didn't want to go to Nevada, so I don't want to raise a family there because who knows how Vincent would have turned out if he would have been raised up around the casinos and the strip in Las Vegas. So I said, you know what? I went to Florida. Hey, this place looks good. Prices are right. I can make a good return when I buy apartment buildings back then. I'm moving here. It was beautiful when I got here. And Texas is too Texas for me. So, that's how I decided this was the place to be. And I just came here and started taking all my 1031s and buying shit up. Was that the question?
Got it.
What was the question?
Yeah, that was. But any, what are your thoughts on since it's hard for me to leave New York? What are your thoughts on investing out of state? Well,
the only thing good about Queens, New York, is White Castles. You get them fresh. I got to eat them frozen. That's my biggest problem with not being in New York is that my White Castles are frozen, which they taste fine to me. You put them in a microwave for 1 minute and 10 seconds exactly. A 2-pack of White Castles. You open up the plastic, and in 1 minute and 10 seconds, it's just as good as being back in Queens. So I don't know. What was the question?
The question was, what are your thoughts on because still being in a state but then investing out of state?
If you can handle it, you want to stay in New York, living there, and managing property in another state, you better have some way of managing it, unless it's triple net where you don't have to manage it. It's fine to go out of state as long as you can handle it. I went to Texas and I got my ass kicked, but, we handled it. Little Ben went there and got rid of that place, thank God. All right. Anything else, sir? Go back to your White Castles and have fun in Queens, with the crowds and the trains and the streets and the this and the that, and have fun. I don't want it.
Got it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What else? Anything else?
Anthony, thank you for the $19.99. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Anthony.
Let's see. David, thank you for the super chat. King Ben, can you make your real estate show on Sunday so that Jewish people can join?
Why? Is it against the religion to watch somebody on Sabbath?
I believe so. Isn't it against the religion?
God said down to thee, thou shalt not watch YouTube on Saturday. Is that what happened? All right, well, Sunday, I don't know. Sunday's my day off. Shit. You take Saturday, I take Sunday. Everybody's got to take a day, But, I don't know. We'll see. I think we are allowed to only going to do some podcasts for real. Like, I don't know. I'm working with a Polak here, What are you doing, Polak? I know that, but I'm talking about, like, the podcast. You can talk, too. We understand Polish.
All right, I'm running the
So
podcast.
what's the plan with the podcast? Are we going to keep doing them? Are we not going to do them? Are you going to schedule them? What are you going to do?
All right, we're going to keep doing them. The plan is to do them on Thursdays.
Now we move to Thursday. Okay.
You said
but
the weekend
tomorrow
doesn't
I'm
work.
busy, so I can't do it, so
Yeah.
we'll do it tonight. All right. We'll try that for a while. But you're going to stick it here? Same place, same channel?
Yeah, Thursday at 7 o'clock. Let us know in the comments below.
Same place, same channel.
What works best?
I'm dealing with a Polak.
All right.
At least they're helping the poor Ukrainians.
Let's see. Sapphire.
I figured it out. All the good Polacks are in Poland, and the lazy ones come here. That's why, because it's so tough in Poland. We figured it out today. He came here because he's lazy. I'm going to America and be lazy and make podcasts and YouTube. All right, what else?
All right, Sapphire, thank you for the $4.99. I'm in Texas, 19 years old. Should I go into the oil field and stack money or be an agent and get commission? I want to get into real estate investing in the future.
Oil fields?
Yeah, should he go into the oil fields and stack his money?
Oil fields? Like what? He's going to go into freaking oil fields with a shovel and start digging for fucking oil? I don't know. Is he going to go in that field to work in the oil field business?
I'm sure that's what he means.
Is he going to buy a
field,
piece of land and say, hey, I got oil here, I'm rich? I mean, listen, go into real estate whenever you can. If you can, then do it. If you can qualify for a loan, if you can find a place to buy, if you got the dough, whatever it is, do it. It should be a part of your life. All right? It don't have to be everything in your life, because then you'll end up like me with all this fucking real estate to worry about. But, definitely, if you're 19 years old, you should be doing everything. All right? When I was 19 years old, I was a U.S. Army SP4 71 November traffic management specialist. And they worked my ass 20 friggin' hours a day, baby. If I wasn't in the office working, I had my ass on guard duty, Anyway, so do what you got to do. Work in the oil field, get in the oil field, anything. At 19, do it all.
Hey,
But
Bill.
definitely get your license. It ain't going to hurt. Get your license, ain't going to hurt. Whose face is that? That guy looks like he's ready to friggin' just stick a
What's
knife
up,
in
Ben?
you. Oh, my God.
What's
How
up,
are
Ben?
ya? What's up?
Good. How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. Are you? That's the
Yeah.
question. You look
Hey,
like
I'm doing
somebody
beautiful.
You look somebody up the news right now. Serial killer caught. What's up, man? How can we
Oh
help you?
man, is it that bad? Well, listen, I'm a real estate.
I'm sorry. I got a call like I see it. You got that fancy smile. Your smile is what makes you look evil. All right.
Oh,
You're one of
my
those people
God.
that smile at you, but right there, that smile looks like they're gonna go. "Eee."
Oh my
What's
God!
up?
Hey, what are they gonna do when they take your menthols away? Then you're really gonna be in trouble.
That's
Oh
why
my
I'm not
God!
moving. California will only do it. I'm not going to California. All right, so what's up? How can we help you? And I don't know if we can.
Well, it's more of a comment. I've been a real estate developer and a real estate investor in Detroit for a long time. Bought and sold over 100 houses, and now I've kind of moved on from that because I got so tired of evicting people and the rents and the maintenance and all that. So really, I wanted to shoot by a little stat for you today.
All right, tell me what you got.
All right,
And what do you
here's
want?
what
you hire people to do that shit. You think I worry about who collected rent, who didn't collect the rent? No, I got a manager to do that shit. So why don't you just hire
That's
a good
true.
manager to handle that shit? But no, you want to be a cheapskate. You want to do it all yourself, right?
Well, it's hard to find people to trust. You know, it's cash money out here. They take the $650, put it in their pocket. Now I got to go chase them on the street. I don't have time for that shit. So
yeah, I know. It's rough. Go Section 8. I went Section 8. I never did it once. I mean, I did a little, but most of my money came from Section 8. That's what I did when I was in California. So I didn't chase nobody.
That's true. That's true.
And let me tell you, when you're dealing with a tenant that barely or doesn't have to pay you any rent, normally you get along with that tenant because the tenant's happy they're there living for next to nothing. I'm happy the money's directly deposited in my bank account. Section 8 makes a very good relationship for a landlord, let me tell you. And the tenants are typically happy that they're living, without paying rent. So what's up? What do you want to do now?
Okay, so now I know you really haven't taken a real step into it, into crypto. Okay, but I want to just give you. I want to give you a little stat. Okay, so for example, in Detroit, if you invested $6,500 into a house in 2017, that $6,500 would have resulted in about $29,000, which is about an 88% profit. Now, if you took that same $6,500 and put it into Bitcoin,
how many years?
Over 4 years. 4 years.
4 years. You made 8, 16, 24, 32, 4 times your money. You made what's that? 25% a year.
Yeah, about that. About 88% total out of the whole 4 years.
All right.
Now, if you would have taken that same $6,500 and put it into Bitcoin, okay, that money would be worth over $420,000 right now, without the headache of collecting rent and so on and so forth. Okay. So I just wanted you to let you know a little bit about that.
There's no arguing what you're saying, but we can't turn the friggin' clock back. All right. So, whether we bought the house or we bought the Bitcoin, at least somebody, whoever you talk about, hopefully yourself, got off your ass and you did something and you made money. As long as you get off your ass and make money, who cares how you make it, as long as it's legal.
That's true.
So that worked for you, then congratulations. But, everybody got to march to their own beat, The banks ain't loaning me shit on my Bitcoin. But anyway, the point is this, it's all about what you like to invest in,
Absolutely. So,
if I invested in Bitcoin, what the fuck are my kids going to do? Sit around and spend all the goddamn money and have shit to do? I ain't doing no fucking Bitcoin shit.
Hey, you got to do it. You got to do a little bit of both, and that's why.
You near 8 Mile Road? You near 8 Mile Road?
I'm on 7 Mile. You come see me on 7 Mile. There's a White Castle right on 7 Mile too.
You're on 7 Mile. That's like 1 block off of 8. You're on the front line.
I'm on the front line.
I met the guy Les down in Cayman. I met the guy Les that has that store that was on television, hardcore porn.
Oh yeah, Les. Yeah, American Les. Porn. Right? Yeah, I know Les.
Yeah, I met him. I had the pleasure of hanging out with him once.
Yeah, he's on 8 Mile. Good guy.
Yeah, very good. Well, I wish you the best and good luck and make money any way you can as long as you're happy.
Hey, Ben, can you push my YouTube channel for crypto, man?
Crypto. Let's be crippin', baby. What's the crypto channel?
Bionic Bob Crypto on YouTube. It's new, but we give you the latest and greatest news, updates, all about the latest coins and how to get the best returns. If you're new into crypto, check me out. Bionic Bob Crypto on YouTube, baby.
Bob, baby.
We're going Bionic. We're going to $6 billion. Hey, you remember that show, $6 Million Man, Ben?
Yeah. How much is he worth now?
Sure, I think he might be dead by now. I don't know.
But $6 million back then is probably $60 million now, right?
Oh, absolutely. We couldn't make him with $60 million.
You want to know about crypto? I don't know this guy. I'm telling you now. You better watch him. Go to his website, check him out, but don't blame me if you take your money. No, what about Dogecoin?
Don't go to my website. Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Is it Dodge or Dogecoin?
Doge.
Doge. Is it French?
Doge. I think so.
Buy some of the Dogecoin. Anyway, I should have listened to my daughter-in-law told me to buy it when it was 0.0000 something, and I didn't do it. And she made money. To me, it's like gambling. I'm sorry, but that's fun to gamble. There's nothing wrong with it either. So
Ben,
go for it.
listen. Bitcoin is a smart investment. I don't know about Doge and all the other little scam coins, but
Scam.
Bitcoin,
Ooh, he called her a scam. He's calling
you
calling somebody else a scam. That worries me. When one guy tells you it's a scam, he's really the scammer. That's typically the way I grew
oh
up.
man,
All right, man,
you
be
rough,
good.
baby.
I ain't messing with nobody from Detroit. I ain't going there. If you go to his website, I don't know. I don't want to say nothing bad about him.
All right, let's
He might
read some
come
super
after me.
chats.
Detroit, don't mess
All right.
around.
Let's see. Poker Star, thank you for the $10. Hi, Ben. Thanks for helping all us schmucks try and get into real estate.
Get in.
What sources of lending should I go to as a first-time buyer of a duplex? I live in the Bay Area.
The Bay Area.
Sources.
Anyway, I mean, no matter where you live, it's all about, they're going to loan you. Go to any bank and go get FHA. FHA. I mean, because you only got to put much money down. In the Bay Area, they got high values. It's all about what you qualify for. Find out what you qualify for. Go to the guy, the bank, a broker. I don't care. Go online to Quicken. Who cares? Go somewhere and borrow money to buy a place, whether it's to live in, whether it's for income property. What you're talking about is smart. You want to do both, live in it and rent it out. Find the money. All right. What was his question?
His question was,
Sometimes I
what
kinda
sources of lending should I go to?
Banks. I mean, go to banks. They're the only source with the money. All right. And try to get in a good program where you don't have to give up a lot of your money. The whole key to real estate is use the bank's money. All right. The only thing you have to make sure you cover your ASS is you can make the payment. Don't put yourself in a jam where you can't make the payment. Only borrow what the payment will cover. And if you fix your rate for a little bit more, you ain't got to worry because your rate ain't going nowhere. So what are you worried about? The rents are not going to go down. Typically, rents don't go down. So, fix your rate and borrow everything you can. The ultimate goal in real estate in my world is have none of your money invested. All right? Have the property, fix it up, get it running right, and pull that money out, all of it. So what is the return? Can somebody in the whole planet tell me what is the return on my investment if I have no money invested? It didn't take an idiot to figure that one out. I knew that was the route to go in life. So that's the way you go. Making money with OPM, other people's money. OPM, a guy named Tony Pearl in Hell's Kitchen taught me that when I was about 11. Don't be using your own money, goddammit. Use other people's money, pay them a few dollars, and there you go. All right, what
Makes
else you got?
sense. All right, Jonathan, thank you for the $4.99. Hey Ben, my wife and I are a military family. We plan to use our VA loan to get a fourplex as our first property. You got any advice for us?
That's the smartest thing you could ever do. Okay, the smartest thing you can do. You go out, you buy a fourplex, you get VA, no money down. Okay, because the country appreciates our soldiers. I got one. My first deal was VA, no money down. So anyway, do it. Go find that fourplex, get qualified for the VA loan, get the fourplex, live in one of the units, rent the 3 out, and I bet you, depending on where you're at, you'll cash flow. Okay, at a minimum, you'll be living there for free. Okay, so that if normally you'd be paying $1,000 a month somewhere, so really you're making $1,000 because you're saving $1,000 by living in that one unit. But a lot of times you could be having a positive cash flow on the property. I don't know. It depends on the fourplex, depends on the rents, depends on how much you pay, depends on how much you owe. There's a lot of depends. Just like the diapers, it depends. A lot of shit you gotta worry about.
All right.
All right, we're still here.
Music.
All
right, perfect. Crypto Head, thank you for the $5. What tips do you have with managing contractors?
Oh my God!
I know
I was on a conference call for the past 3 days. Little Ben, I wish he was here right now. Where's Little Ben at? Probably eating. All right. So anyway, contractors. Let me tell you, I got handed a spreadsheet of like 50 different things that they had to bid on to complete this job he wants to do. And I have 7 different contractors all bidding on the same shit. And, tips are, get more than one opinion. Okay. And then sit down and figure out how much this guy wants to charge, how much this guy wants to charge, and do your homework and compare. Because I get bids from one guy that could be 50 or 100 grand more than the other guy, and they're doing the same goddamn work, even the same materials. They hired out the same subs, even all the same guys use the same subs. So always get more than one opinion when you're dealing with contractors, okay? And then don't be afraid to go online yourself and figure out what the material costs are. And then ask them, okay, what's the material cost? All right, how many hours is it going to take? How many men? Try to figure out how much that is. Each guy's worth $250 a day. You got 5 men on the job. It's $1,000 a day it's costing them. Figure out some sort of mathematical equation to where you're not totally getting screwed. You're going to get screwed a little, but you don't want to be totally screwed.
All right. Seth Jimerson, thank you for the $5. My 1D10T form got sent back. What should I do?
Is what?
The 1D10T form. Isn't that like the first unit, like when you first get into the military and they send you that form? It's their first unit, right?
1D what?
Somebody in the chat tell me what a 1D10T
I'll look it up on Google.
is.
1D what?
1D-10-T.
1D-10
1D-D
T form. T or D?
T at the end.
T at the end. Form. Wasted all this time.
It's a form commonly used in the U.S. bureaucracy, mostly military, as a form of light hazing for fresh recruits assigned to their first duty unit.
What? I have no idea what
It
that
basically
means
means they just got in the army, I'm pretty sure, right?
Anyway.
And it's their first unit.
Call the recruiter up. No, call the Army. If you lost something, I'm sure they got a copy of everything. Believe me, they got a copy of everything. I got my DD-214, which is your certificate of, service that, I got out in a normal, decent way. I called them up. I wrote them whatever, sent them. They sent it to me. Hello. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? What's up?
I'm doing good. I got a property in Palm Bay I'm trying to sell that you need to buy.
You got a property in Palm Bay you need to sell, I need to buy. Okay, Palm Bay. What are you laughing at? Palm Bay is Palm Bay is on the Atlantic Ocean, right? It's not far from where? Vero Beach?
Yeah, not far from Vero, not far from Daytona, between the two.
Daytona.
11 units.
All right,
it's a little
11
smaller
units.
than I know you want, but 11 units. It brings in $86,000 after all of it spent.
What?
I'm trying to sell it for $1 million.
You got 11 units for $1 million, right?
Yeah.
And
yes, 8.5% cap rate.
What's your real NOI? Tell the truth.
I'm not bullshitting on anything. I'll send you the spreadsheet. I don't leave out the dumpster. I'm not leaving out non-vacancy. I'm not leaving out maintenance. I mean, it's completely true numbers.
How much is your NOI?
85,000, 86,000, like 85,000.
11 units are written for, how much are you written for? $1,000 a month?
Give or take. I have some Section 8 and then
11
some
units, 11 units, 11,000 a month, 100, what's 11 times 12? 11 times 10 is 110. Add another 20, what? 120 grand a year. Minus that. All right, I believe you. 80-something grand. That includes your taxes, insurance, and everything, right?
Everything. Not one
all right, how much? 80-something a year?
With my management. That's with my management.
All right, Vincent will buy it. Vincent, you there?
I'm here.
Vincent,
I'm here.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Vincent.
Can't hear me. I can hear you.
You're muted, Vincent. You're muted. Go text your brother. Tell him
he's
he's muted.
About? Talk to your Pollock. He muted
when
me.
I want him to be muted, he's never muted. All right, so how do you want us to get a hold of you? Call Rafal go to benmail.com, call Rafal, and give him the information and how we can contact you.
I like Paul Rafal. I've been trying to get a hold of you for weeks. I've been calling Clearwater Beach.
Yeah, calling everybody. Yeah, well, good. We need to. I got a job. You want to call Rafal, and he'll set up an appointment for us to talk, or go to our hotel in Fort Lauderdale. You're not far away, are you? You live in Palm Bay?
Yeah, I'm actually in Miami.
So yeah, Miami. Fine. Drive 30 minutes. Go to the Sheridan Suites in Fort Lauderdale on Cypress Creek, and get with Vincent. He's over there every day. Or contact us. Go over Rafal. He'll get me on the phone. Or go to Vincent in Fort Lauderdale. Right. Vincent will buy it. If you're not lying about the NOI, and you only want, you said $1 million?
Yeah, correct.
$1 million? All right, fine. Vincent will give you $1 million and he'll take that as a true NOI. All right?
All right, I'm gonna go over there tomorrow. Sheridan, Cypress Creek, Fort Lauderdale.
There you go. Go talk to Vincent and he'll write you a check for $1 million. All right, what else you got?
He keeps sending people to the hotel. It's crazy.
Big shot
Rafal,
deals.
why'd you get me trolled like that, bro? You know, you could have told me it's an idiot form. I'm not. Why'd you let me get trolled
What
like
happened
that,
to
bro?
Vincent?
He's right there.
Vincent, you can't hear us still?
Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Call him and tell
Can
him
you
we
hear
can't
me?
hear him.
He
He's on mute.
knows.
He's on
I
mute.
Can you hear
He's
me?
on mute. I don't know.
Try muting. Try unmuting
know,
it and muting it here.
Anyway, what else is going on?
All right,
host has
Jonathan
unmuted your
Dash,
mic.
thank you for the $5. Ben, I have a turnkey property in Palm Bay. I need to sell.
We just talked to Palm Bay.
Oh, I'm selling at an 8% cap. Buy
Same
for Aaron.
guy.
I wasn't listening. I'm gonna be honest with you.
8% cap. You know, we'll go through the numbers. It could be true, and I'll buy that shit. Vincent can have it. Then I can take away his salary because now he's going to make, if he borrows, look at it this way, okay? Anybody out there listening? I don't know. Anybody listening to this thing that we're sitting here with? Anybody on this podcast? Or am I sitting here talking to myself?
Wait,
How many people you got listening?
1553.
1,500 people? All right, listen. If you buy this place for $1 million, fine, we'll buy it for $1 million. We'll go to the bank and we'll get an $800,000 loan. Okay, we'll put $200,000 down. The $800,000 loan is going to cost me a big $24,000 a year. Minus from the 84, say, leaves me 60 grand, right?
Right.
60 grand on a $200,000 investment. I'll do that shit all day long. That's a 30% return on your money, baby.
Every year.
That's it. All right, Vincent, there's your new salary. I can cut off his paycheck. Man, I swear, I tell you, I don't want to get him mad, but man, I never seen anybody use Uber Eats like he does.
I mean,
Man.
they did just have a baby, so you gotta cut.
Yeah, he got a baby. You know, Uber eating donuts, Uber eating. All right, what else we got? Anything?
Instalutes. Thank you for the $10. Ben, thanks for all the years of content and entertainment.
You're welcome. Very good.
You bring
Now
unique content and value.
All right, so what can we do to get you some value? I'm here to help you get value. Which camera are we even using? That one. I don't even know. I'm looking at myself sideways. All right, so what else we got?
Okay. Pal Gaming, thank you for the $9.99. I'm in Southwest Florida, where Allegiant Airlines is building a $2 billion resort in that area I buy real estate in. If there were a market crash or significant slowdown, could this resort shield my area from it?
What?
Allegiant Airlines is building a $2 billion resort in this area where he has a property. but
Yeah.
He's keeping the property.
Right.
If there's a crash, like let's say a big market crash, do you think the resort would shield his property from the overall crash?
I mean, if you're around people making money, then you're going to be making money. All right? Why is Allegiant getting in the damn resort business? They need to worry about the airplane business. You know how many Allegiant flights people complain about them? I never had a problem with them. Luckily, I ain't got to fly no more like them. But anyway, the point is, if they're going to spend all this billions of dollars and build this resort, typically, you know, if you build it, they do come, and you're close to it, then you're going to, you know, thrive off of them. And they're going to be, you know, always there making money if the rest of the world goes to hell in a handbasket. What the hell is a handbasket? A handbasket? Hell's in a handbasket?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I used to think it was hen basket, but it's not. You got a fucking basket with hens in it. All right. Anything else? And how come we can't hear Vincent?
We're going to do a caller. Vincent, you want to try to unmute yourself? Something?
I'm getting a call right now.
Tell
Hello? We can't hear.
Hello?
Hello?
We have a
Hey,
caller.
Rafal to unmute me.
What's going on? How can we help you?
Being muted by the
Hey,
Ukraine.
I bought some land, and on the land there's a cell phone tower. Have you had any experience with owning a cell phone tower?
You bought some land, and when you bought it, the cell phone tower was already there?
Yeah, and it has a lease on it where they're paying me like $15,000 a year.
Okay.
But then they offered to just buy out the lease and pay I think they offered me around $250,000 to just buy the whole lease out.
Did they get all the land with that money, or they just get a piece of it where the tower's at?
They just get an easement to access the tower, and then around the tower, to access the tower.
Well, what's better for you? You need 200. How much they gonna give you? 250 grand?
Yep.
Well, 15,000 a year. You're getting 18,000 a year. I mean, 15,000 a year, right? It's gonna give you. You said 15,000 a year.
Yeah,
All right,
15,000 a year.
So it's gonna take you 10 years. You get 150. It's gonna take you 15 years to get that 250 grand. The point is, if you get to keep the land, most of it, and take that 250 grand, what are you going to do with the money? You got somewhere to go with the money? Because right now, look at it this way. If you took 250 grand, you get 15 grand a year. Let's see, 250 grand is worth 25 a year at 10%. You're getting half of that would be 12%. What am I at? I can't figure this shit out. But anyway, you get about 15% return on your money, right? So it's up to you. If you had 250 grand more, how much you got in the bank right now?
Around 75.
Well, I'd much rather have 325,000 in the bank than 75. All right, right now is a good time to have money in the bank. It ain't doing shit for you sitting there. But it's giving you 15 grand a year. But how bad do you need the 15 grand a year?
Well, I was just thinking I could take I haven't talked to, I don't know if I can 1031 the 250. I was going to try to turn that into another property.
Well, you need to talk to your accountant because if you're selling them something that you're no longer going to own, it should qualify for a 1031. You're going to carve out that piece of land, right? You're not going to have ownership to it anymore, but talk to your accountant. It should qualify as a 1031. Then you take that 250 grand, you go out and buy something for $1 million. That's a down payment on $1 million deal all day long.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
And you
too.
can't do that with
can
75 grand. So if you think you go out there and if you could take that 250 and make money with it, make more than that 15 grand a year or make a big pop with it, then you should do it. But, make sure you got the opportunity to utilize that money. All right. But because if you sell it, you may have to pay tax. If you don't 1031 it, I don't know where you live, but you're going to lose at least 20% of that, which is like 50 grand. So, what's best for you? Can you go out if you had 300 grand in the bank right now, you go out and find yourself a deal that's going to make you some good money? You got any opportunities?
Yeah, I was looking, I want to take the 250 and go buy something. I figure if I buy a property for $1 million, obviously I'm going to get more than 15 grand a year. You know what I mean?
You should get 150 grand a year.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's what I'm going for.
That's what you should be getting. So get the money, find a deal, and make some money. I don't know how the hell how long did you own this land with this cell tower? You just bought it?
Well, what I did was I bought a storage facility, and I bought that in November, and on that actual property, there's a cell phone tower.
Well, I don't know. You hit the jackpot when you bought that because the guy just gave you a gift and sold it to you for 250 grand. So, all right. Well, very good.
Then when
find a deal, get some more storage units. Maybe you'll get lucky again and find another cell tower you can sell off. Sell off cell towers.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I told my son
big
we're supposed to be putting them on top of our building at Jones Pass. I'm waiting for that to come through. He signed a lease for I don't know if it's 15 grand, maybe 5 or 10 grand. But, there's money in that cell tower stuff. We don't have enough of them. People are still walking around going, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All that 5G bullshit. I mean, do whatever you can do, but I'd take the money because if you ain't got shit right now, you get that $250,000 in your pocket, or in a 1031, you go out and do something, make some moves.
Yeah, the tower, the rent increases every 5 years by 10%.
All right, so another instead of 15,000, you get 16.5. I mean, listen.
Yeah, I know.
When was the last time you had $250,000 in cash sitting in your hand, and with the money you got, you'll have 3.25? You can turn that into $1 million.
That's my goal too. I'm gonna have.
All right. Well, it's a good goal, and I hope you accomplish it. Get that money, go find a deal, and turn that 250 into $1 million. All right. Maybe you'll turn into a $500,000.
right.
Then the $500,000 will turn into $1 million. That's how I did it, But good luck to you, and I wish you the best.
Thanks.
All right. What do you got, Aaron?
All right. GH Properties. Thank you for the $299.99.
You gotta get a bell. Ding, 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 ding. You just saved your ass, Pollock. You can cancel that trip to the Ukraine looking for a job now.
All right. When Ben drops the date for the next live event, you all need to book a room. It will be the best investment you can make. Vincent, I hope you and the family are doing well.
We talked to Vincent.
See you all soon. Oh, and Ben, get Aaron the car he wants.
Get him nothing. Aaron's in trouble right now. Hey, Rafal, I know it's your fault that we can't talk to Vincent or hear him.
Well, we can't hear from his side, so the other guy worked.
Can you hear me now? Can you
Well,
hear me?
Well, I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Anyway.
His phone is broken, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Anyway.
Huh.
All right, what else you got? Rafal has me muted.
No, he's unmuted.
You're unmuted on our side.
Can you hear me?
Unmute yourself from your side. I think.
All right, so what else
Can
you
you hear
got,
me
Aaron?
now?
Let's
That's
see. I got it.
ridiculous.
All right. Should work. Okay. Bia Yabasa. Thank you for the $2. Housing.
Kielbasa.
Yep. There's Vince.
Vincent.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the story? All right, after spring break's over, can we book an event over there in Fort Lauderdale? You going to be ready for us or what? What's the date we can do? When does it stop getting, when does it slow down over there? It never slows down in Fort Lauderdale. According to my numbers, it does. All right, so listen, talk to Brenda, figure it out. Let me know what date we can plan an event, all right?
Yeah, do one on John's Pass.
John's Pass, all right. Yeah, I got you on the phone because I don't know why. You and Rafal can't get along over the damn computer. I don't know.
Paul is trying to mute me like Russia is muting.
He's Russian. I mute him. I'm going to mute him. All right. Well, I'm sorry you can't.
Maybe
can't hear you.
Maybe
but
join off and then rejoin
yeah.
back.
Why don't you do a rejoin? Rejoin us. All right. All right. I gotta go. What else you got, Aaron? Bye.
All right. Bia, thank you for the $2. Housing is going up like crazy.
Crazy.
Any advice for students?
Yes. Go to school. I mean, what do you mean?
For like college students, I don't know.
Well, if you're in school, I mean, you should be just renting a place to stay while you're in school. I talked to one guy, and he went out and rented a place, and then he rented like a 3-bedroom house, and he lives in one of the bedrooms. He rents the other 2 out. And he's living for free. I mean, that's what people do. It's not rocket science. But I don't know if you're in school, stay in school, and maybe get your real estate license too while you're in school. But I don't know. You're not going to be able to really buy anything until you're out of school. You got a career, you qualify for a loan, and you got your life in order. That's the way it works. You go to school and you do your best, especially when your daddy's spending $50,000 a year in tuition and transportation and lunches and all the other crap.
I'm trying my best. I'm definitely not.
You go to school,
Not trying,
and you
that's
go
for
to
sure.
work. That's the way it works. All right, what else we got?
Morgan Carpenter, thank you for the $4.99. Is HELOC the best way to pull equity? Also, do you think opportunity zones are a good way to get into real estate?
Listen, you get a HELOC when you live in a house and you want to get your hands on that damn equity in case you know where you want to spend it or put it. All right, the money's sitting there. You're not paying interest on it. It's just sitting there. So when you want to pull a trigger and get that money, you can do it. Then you start paying interest on it. Depends. Maybe you don't have a deal right now. Maybe you're looking for a deal. So you don't want to have that money. You don't want to do a full-blown refi and cash out because then the money's in your pocket. It's sitting in the bank. You could reinvest it at a higher rate than what you pay in the bank, but that's another story. But typically, if you're not sure about what to do with the money, get a HELOC. The money's sitting there, and you tap it when you need it. All right? When the ass is ready, you tap that ass. All right.
All right. Fernando, thank you for the $19.99. What do I do with the property that I got for $130K that is now $240K in Miramar, Broward? Should I refinance and get more? It rents for about $1,700.
All right. Well, figure it out. If you go out and you do a refi, what's your new payment going to be? It may be the same depending on the interest rate you have. If you hurry up, interest rates haven't gone to the roof yet, but they're going up. Go see what your payment's going to be. All right. People can walk into a bank, especially, if you already owe money or whatever, and you can ask these questions, hey, I'm thinking about getting a refi. What's my payment going to be if I take out another 100 grand out of this place? Typically the interest on 100 grand, not counting principal, it's only going to cost you about $350 a month right now. So if you can afford to lose the $350 in cash flow and put 100 big ones, non-taxable event in your pocket, then do it. But you better do something with that 100 grand because you're paying on it. Hello?
Hello, hey, this is Mark.
Mark again?
Vargas out of that also. Mark, there's another Mark I haven't been watching.
Another Mark.
I'm actually just having a call.
You're
Hey,
breaking
man,
up, Mark. You're
I'm looking
breaking up.
Hey, can you hear me now?
You're breaking up. You're
Hello?
breaking up. All right.
Can you hear me?
All right. We'll try. We'll
Can you hear
try.
me, can you hear me, boss man?
I hear a horn. You honking your horn?
Hello? Hey,
I
can you
don't
hear
know.
me?
All right. Keep
Yeah,
talking and we'll
we can
try
hear
to.
you.
We'll try to hear you.
Hello? Hello?
All right. Talk.
Hey, I'm looking for some life advice, man. I'm 22 and 22. I sell cars right now for Toyota, man. I'm just kind of looking for some insight.
You're 22
like
and you're
real
stealing
estate.
cars? What is he saying? I can't hear him.
Maybe try to find a better spot when we call you back.
Call us back. Go to another go get a cell phone guy and call us back. Or go closer to an antenna. All right. What else you got? Like we're talking to people in Russia.
MX, thank you for the $100.
100 big ones, baby. What's up?
Hello, Ben. I'm an international student who lives in Michigan. How can I be a big developer? What is the most valuable sector of real estate? Is it housing, commercial, office buildings? And why do stocks suck? Why do stocks suck so much?
Stocks don't suck. They go up, they go down. When they go down, you got to jump in so you can take the ride up. Stocks are really simple. Okay, you buy a stock, it goes up, it goes down. Okay, that's the way it is. All right, you get lucky, you take a ride up, or a lot of times you get even luckier when it goes down. Because if you ride that sucker down and you buy some more of it, when it goes back up, you're gonna make some money, or at least get back to where you should be. But anyway, if you want to be a developer, listen, it's all about developers. You got to learn that shit in school. You got to learn all the components of building real estate. You can develop apartment buildings. You can develop a retail. So you can develop anything. The point is, it's all about the numbers working. The cost of the land, the cost of the construction, the cost of all the soft costs involved. We have all kinds of fees when you build. You got to learn all that shit. Learn that shit in school and then go out and try to do it and get the money to do it. But the numbers got to work. Real estate is all about numbers.
All right.
Or I'll tell you what you can do. Go to the housing finance agency in your state. Every state has one. And learn how to develop low-income tax credit housing. LITHC, right? No, low-income tax, LIT, credit, LITCH. And the government will practically give you money, okay, in tax credits, which can be changed for money, to build affordable housing. All right? So that's another way of going about it if you don't have a lot of money, or it's easy to raise money for those. All right, what else?
Sherbean, thank you for the $13.99. Ben, I'm buying my second property. Should I do a student housing and rent room by room, or a fourplex and rent it out? Both of them are out of state.
Whatever you can manage and makes you more money. All right. It's all about your return on your investment. How much is your cash flow? What's the bottom line? All right. If you can buy a place and rent it by the room, but if it's out of state, you better be, who's going to run all this stuff? So it all depends. Being out of state could be a difficult thing. You can't have anything on management. You got to pay somebody for management. But figure out, what's your bottom line going to be better if you rent 4 apartments out or rent them out by the bedroom? Do the numbers.
I need higher returns. Thank you for the $10. I own hotels, but I want to get out. The pips are too often and they eat too much into your profit. What is a good exit strategy?
You're talking about the PIP. I've spent a whole week over PIP. PIP. I'm sick of PIPs. But the franchises force you to do it. It's a real pain. They want to drain you for millions of dollars. I don't understand how people can do them. I mean, I don't know. Luckily, we have the means to do them. But I feel sorry for everybody that owns a hotel and the franchise comes in and says, "Hey, I want new carpet in all our rooms. I want new furniture. I want this. I want that." And you're the poor guy got to pay it after you just got crushed in, with COVID and everything. These franchises can be kind of mean sometimes, or pretty mean, and they're making big money. So I don't know. If you want to get out of hotel business, then put them on the market and try to sell them, and then the new guy's got to do the PIP. Every time I buy a hotel, I got a big ass PIP to do. And just give it to a good broker and put it on the market, and then try to get as much as you can and get into a different type of real estate. That was a question?
Yeah. Thomas, thank you for the 50 CZKs. I don't know what
CZK,
currency.
Czechoslovakia.
Oh, all right.
That's about 10 cents.
So he's 21 years old. He has little experience. He has 3 houses. They're all 1.5 million up. He's doing big house to apartment conversions. Would you keep a full-time manager of the construction for like $5,000 a month?
We're getting a ring into there.
Or would you manage them yourself?
Would I do what? He's got 3 houses. They're worth $1.5 million a piece.
They're doing big houses to apartment conversions.
Yeah.
Would you keep a full-time manager for about like $5,000 a month, or would you just manage it yourself?
I mean, I always try to manage stuff myself if I could. There's not going to be a better manager than yourself. All right, you're the one that's going to not overspend. You're the one that's going to take the time to manage things right and more efficiently. But if you have to hire somebody, typically you don't really need a manager unless you start getting to like at least 15 units. I think 15 units, then you need a manager. Under 15, you can handle it. 10, maybe 10. Depends on your lifestyle, how much time you got. But I'll tell you, the better owners are the ones that were managers. Okay, I lived in the building with the tenants. I know what it's like to run a friggin' building. Okay, that's why I made a good owner, because I know how to run it. And I know how to tell other people how to run it the way I ran it. And I made mistakes that I learned from. What else? That's it? We're done?
What do you want to do, Rafal?
I'm trying to get a caller.
You got a caller. Rafal has a caller. Anyway, I don't know. All I know is I'm so sick of watching the news. I can tell you that. Try it again. I'm using a different phone, Vincent said.
All right. We have a caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Let's see. I got 4 properties. Worth about $180,000 for all 4. I owe $78,000. That leaves $102,000 equity there. My bank said they'd give me 85% of that, be about $86,700. Should I go with a HELOC or a cash out refinance to go ahead and keep growing?
All right. You got your choice to do a HELOC or a cash out. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
What are you going to do with the money? As soon as the bank gives you that $80-something thousand bucks, what are you going to do with it?
Start shopping.
Start shopping. All right. Well, you don't need the money to shop, but the money's sitting there. If you put it in a HELOC, you ain't got to worry about paying interest on that money until you tap it. All right. And when you find your deal, then you tap the HELOC, But right now, if you take all that money as a cash out, you're going to start paying on it day one, and you ain't got it deployed nowhere to bring in a return on it. So, in your situation, the HELOC is sitting there. You can write a check anytime you want. So, I wouldn't mess with the money and start paying interest on it, even though it's not a big amount. $86,000 is only going to cost you how much? How much more is it going to cost you now a month?
Probably about $400.
All right. Well, it's up to you. Save the $400 till you need it, till you need that money, or take the 86 and stick it in the bank, but they're not going to pay no interest on that. So
okay.
I always go with the HELOC.
How,
I go with the HELOC.
How can you get out? What's the best way to get out of that HELOC? Should I go sell one of those properties and try to 1031 it and pay that HELOC off to get out of them?
What's wrong with the HELOC? And the interest on it.
Well,
HELOC's even better.
The
You know
interest
why?
is going to fluctuate on me. The interest is going to move up and down on me.
The interest is going to go up. And what about the cash out? They're going to fix the rate?
Yes.
What's the difference in the rate? Right now, how much is the fixed
Well,
rate?
it depends on how far they're in it. It all depends on the interest rate fluctuation on that.
All right. Well, how much is the fixed rate they're willing to offer you right now? Well, your rate don't change.
About 3.5.
3.5. That's damn good. Okay, 3.5. So, with the HELOC, they're going to charge you how much?
Probably about 5, 6.
Well, then it pays to probably take the cash out because you're locked in at 3.5. You can sleep at night knowing your payment's never going to change, but you need to take that money. Excuse me. You need to take that money and put it to work for you. Maybe you can put it in something that'll get you at least enough to pay the interest that you're paying on it. You can go to you can open up a friggin' E-Trade and probably, there's some risk in certain instruments, but they have what they call municipal bond funds, that don't really fluctuate much. That'll pay you some 4% or 5%. There's things out there you can buy, but just hurry up and find a deal with the 86 grand, I guess. That's the thing. Otherwise, it's costing you 400 grand more a month.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go find a deal, but start looking for the deal now. Don't wait until you get the money.
All righty. Sure will.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. What do you got, Rafal?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear
You
you.
can hear
now.
me. All right, great.
You got earphones for her? All right, we can hear you. So what's the story? When does it slow down there to when I can start booking an event?
You're looking at what, spring break and then summertime.
Now our screen went blank. There it goes. Summertime. Maybe we'll do one down here after spring break, and then we'll do one there over the summer. All right, that's it. Hey, get that place ready. Where are you at right now? In your house?
I'm on my project. I'm
On
at
your
work.
project.
I'm working on the house.
What the hell is he? You're working on your house. All
Like
right.
rooms?
Meanwhile, I got hotel rooms that ain't ready, but he's playing around playing the house. He's got a baby now. He's playing house, when he should be over there getting those rooms ready.
Don't worry, you're gonna make money on this house
Yeah.
too. You make money on everything.
I want to make money on the hotel. Hotels money.
Well,
All right.
I can tell you how many times I showed that hotel.
Keep showing it. Keep showing it. All right. Well,
Reach
just
your
keep
pocket.
showing it.
Get your billionaire friends out of there and put
Yeah.
them on the hotel.
You got anything, Aaron? We can sit around because the AC ain't working.
Yeah,
I'm sweating. I'm here sweating.
I got
right
one
now.
super chat.
All right.
I need higher returns. Thank you for the $10. What kind of stabilized cap rates do you look for in multifamily versus retail centers versus hotels?
There isn't really a cap rate. You can estimate a cap rate in apartments or hotels, but there really isn't a true cap rate because you can get hit with a big expense and you can't charge it to nobody. In retail, typically you can bill it back to the tenants. So, but right now, I'll tell you what I'm doing. That's all I can tell you. I'm looking for cap rates in the 6+ range in retail. Okay. But if I'm going to have to start putting time into a project, I want I want at least a nice solid 8 cap with an apartment building. And then hopefully with our management skills, we can turn it into a 10 cap or 11 or something like that, 12, but right now it's very hard to find because price is still too high. Retail is a 6 cap or better because leverage, it gives me about 15% return on my money. All right. Hotels are a business. All right. So, you're really going to bust your ass if you own a hotel. I want to get a 20% return on my money, at least 15. All right. Because hotels are a mother. A lot of work and a lot of moving parts to hotels. Hopefully someday Vincent will start moving those parts.
Then we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, how are
Ben,
you?
this was the guy that you couldn't. Mark Burgess out of Valdosta, Georgia. I was the guy who called. You guys can't understand me. I'm 22 years old. I'm looking to maybe get into real estate eventually. Right now, I'm selling cars for Toyota.
I never understand anybody from Georgia. I don't understand people from Georgia, and I can't understand what you're saying. You're in Georgia. You're 22 years old. You're stealing cars. What else?
Stealing cars. No, I'm selling cars out of Toyota. I'm looking for maybe some direction in my life. I don't know what I want to do exactly. Looking for maybe some advice.
What do you like to do?
You
like selling cars?
I do like selling cars, but I always felt there's more out there. I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to get into passive income.
You like selling cars?
Okay.
If you like selling cars, then you should have a goal in life to become a dealer. All right, it's like I was a manager and I wanted to become the owner. You know, if you like selling cars and you're good at it, looking to get your dealer's license, looking to go into the auctions and buying deals. Maybe you can buy shit and put a little lipstick on it like we do in real estate and flip it. I've done it. When I couldn't make money in real estate, I used to flip a couple of cars a month just to pay my bills and feed my kids. You know, if you're good at something, do it. And try to do real estate at the same time. You're only 22 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, then go get your real estate license. Then you'll learn about real estate.
Gotcha.
You know, 22, you can do a whole lot of shit, believe me. All right? 22 years old, you need to look into what the requirements are, what kind of insurance you need, what the requirements all are to get a dealer's license. Look at what it costs to join the auction so you can go there as a dealer and start maybe saving up some money. And, you know, even if you don't open up a dealership, sell them online for right now. Do it on the side. I don't think they'll fire you for that. You know, I mean, the dealership is a dealership, but, you know, if you're flipping a car on the side, you know, that's your business. You ain't interfering with him. You ain't no big shot dealer. Do everything you can at 22. But if you're interested in real estate, get your license. It's only one test.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got you. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yes, sir.
Or, you know, in Georgia, you know, the only real estate I saw making money in Georgia is trees. People growing trees.
I mean, it's true though.
But it's generational. It takes forever.
Down, making power poles out of them.
It takes too fucking long.
And that's the problem.
It takes too long to grow a tree.
And that's the problem. I like to move quick, man. And I'm having to learn to play the slow game where it's like, hey, I got my whole life ahead of me. I need to stop looking at
this apple fell.
I need to start looking at 30, 40 years.
Listen, get your license. Try to hustle cars. That's how I did it. All right. All right.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. What else you got? You got nothing else? Saying to sit in this hot ass room tonight. Try to get and use a different phone. We already tried that. Vincent's still there. What?
All right, I'm gonna read a couple more super chats.
Super chats.
Pull them up.
All right, so we're gonna try to plan an event. Talk to Happy. We'll do another one in Tampa, and hopefully we'll go to Fort Lauderdale. You know, have a hangout.
All right,
hang out, have a good time.
Michael, thank you for the $9.99. Have you ever converted a motel into apartments? Think that's going to be my next investment and would appreciate any insights.
I have done it when it was an easy situation to do it. I got lucky, and the hotel already had the right zoning to be utilized as multifamily, and it also had kitchens in it. So I hit a home run, and I did it. And then the guy I bought it from me, he ended up making as much money as I did doing nothing. All because of timing in the market. But anyway, my idea is this. You go find a shitty hotel. It can't make any money more because it's a shitty hotel. It's a mom and pop. It's an old place, blah, blah, blah. You got a franchise. It's in a lousy neighborhood. There's no demand. There's tons of them out there if you look hard. All right, you go buy yourself a hotel. It's a piece of crap. All right, you take 2 rooms. Normally, they're individual rooms. You pop a door in the middle. You rip out one of the bathrooms. You put in a kitchen. Now you got a full-blown 1-bedroom apartment. All right? That makes sense, but you have to buy the hotel cheap because you need 2 rooms to make 1 unit. So you got to buy it cheap. You're going to have to charge a fee for utilities because it's master metered, and you probably don't want to spend all that money putting individual meters in. You probably can't do it, but it's perfect. It comes with an office. It comes with a pool a lot of times. It comes with these units right next to each other. And take 2, make them 1. It's great for seniors. It's good affordable housing for people that just have, you know, working at $15 an hour at Mickey D's and, you know, whatever. It's a business. I'll do it if I found the right place and in the right circumstances. And that's it. If it's too much trouble to rezone it, then rent the shit out by the month. All right? That's what I'm planning on doing. What else?
All right. Carolinas, thank you for the $20.
All right.
I would like to get your opinion. I have option 1 is to sell my store with property in South Carolina walk with $700,000 and move / buy multifamily in North Carolina or Florida. Option 2 is to add 2 more units to my property. I would cash flow $8,000 a month after mortgage.
All right. Well, you know, you talk about moving or not moving. That's a big decision in life. I mean, if you get $700,000 for your business, you know, typically, you know, but you got to find a deal. Right now, it's a very hard time to find deals. You know, you can't make these kind of decisions or plans unless you know then you can take that 700 grand. Now, 700 grand will get you about a $3 million deal. That's the down payment on a $3 million apartment building. But the problem is there one out there that makes sense that's going to make you enough money to what you're accustomed to? You know, you got to see, is that opportunity out there and exists? We can say all day long, yeah, go out, buy a $3 million property, and you should make about, 10 or 15%, which is about 450 grand a year. You know, it's all easy to me to sit here and tell you, yeah, you can do it. I've done it, but you got to find out where, and you got to have the timing's got to be right. You know, right now, I don't really see those type of opportunities out there unless you know somewhere I don't know, or maybe somewhere North Carolina. Or you can increase your cash flow by how much?
$8,000.
That's 100 grand a year. How much is it going to cost you to get that 100 grand a year? That's the question. And can you just go borrow the money from the bank, you know, to build whatever you got to do to make the 100 grand a year? 100 grand a year is equivalent in today's market of the return of a $2 million investment. 5%. Everybody goes out. Pretty much the market's 5% right now. So basically, that 100 grand a year is equivalent to you improving that property by $2 million. How much is it going to cost for you to make that $2 million to improve that property $2 million? I don't know. Does she say what you got to do? Build something? Add on 2 units?
To add 2 more units.
Well, how much is it going to cost to add the 2 units on? All right. So there you go.
Hey, Ben, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Hey, Ben. It's
Hey,
Joe.
how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm looking to buy a 2-family now. I just put the offer in, but when I take it over initially, I'm just barely going to be breaking even with my income and expenses.
Ooh,
But once I get the rents up, I'm going to be making maybe like when I get it to the rent to where I want it to be, then it's going to be maybe 10% of my investment. Is that okay when you're buying and you can do anything?
You're buying
you're not making that much
you're
together?
buying on pro forma. Okay, you're buying on projection or pro forma, you know, and you better be sure that you can accomplish what you're projecting. You know, I mean, a lot of people project shit and it don't happen. You sure you can be able to get the tenants to pay you more rent? What are you going to do? You have to fix the place up to get more rent? I mean, you know, it depends.
Okay. I think you answered this earlier, but what do you try to make a return on your investment? If you put $100K in, are you trying to get a 10% return on like a 2 or 3 family?
I'm not going to do nothing for less than 10%. Okay. I mean, if that's leveraged,
Okay.
you know, but I mean, if you could get 100 grand out there and it's making you 10%, it's a good day. You know, you can sit back and relax, you know, but the point is, you know, if you bought the property and you have no cash flow, you know, you better make sure that you're 100% sure that you can get some cash flow out of that thing. And the longer you wait, the more, you know, less you're making.
Okay, now the one tenant, they're coming up for renewal in 2 months in June. The other one, it's not till February next year, and the one in February is the real low one. And then the June, she's not that low. I only got to raise her $100.
February? You mean a year from now? February, a year from now?
I'm the second tenant, yeah.
So the best one that you got to wait a year. The tenant you can raise the most, you got to wait a year. Well, you know, you already know it. That's the thing about real estate. There's no surprises in real estate. You know what's going to happen before it happens. You know you got to sit around for a year before you got to raise your rent. And what state are you in?
Yeah. New Jersey.
Don't you have rent control there?
That's what I got to find out, man. I think
shit.
I got to get more details on that.
You better find out because New Jersey, New York, all these places, they have all these crazy laws. That's why I won't go to them, where they have rent control and every city has some crazy law. You better find out what your rights are to raise the rent there. All right?
Okay.
All right. Otherwise, you know, you have to find out, you know, or else you're not going to know. Now, I don't understand. You already bought this property?
No, I didn't. I just put an offer and I'm waiting to hear back.
Well, you better do your homework before you go hard on it. You better find out what the laws are, how soon you can raise the rents. Is there a cap on how much you can raise the rent? You know, do your homework.
Okay.
All right. What else we got?
All right. We can do like one last super chat, right, Rafal?
Yeah, super chat, Nicole.
All right. Anthony, thank you for the $49.99.
Wow.
Ben.
Polish is going to eat Polish today.
Ben, Anthony here from New Jersey. Thank you for the phone call last week. It's caused me to lock in a rate and pull money out of the 2-family in New York and go full force. I told Rafal I'd be honored to take you guys to dinner next time I'm down in Florida.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Thank
go
you.
to dinner with a guy from Jersey. Took good money out. No, seriously. Listen, anybody calls me, you go to bidmal.com, you go consult with Ben, bidmal.com/shop, consult with Ben, get Rafal on the phone. Listen, if you got questions and you need somebody to talk to, call me up. I'm happy to help somebody, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I've done or what I would do if I was in your shoes. So I'm glad that you got that money, Anthony. I'm glad it's working out. I hope you find a good deal now to put that money to work. And that's what it's all about. Imagine if the whole world just helped other people. World would be a better place.
Hey, Ben, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
Hi, Ben. This is Rohit. Can you
Ooh,
hear me?
Onif.
Yes.
Okay. How are you, Onif?
Hey, hi. Sorry, I couldn't hear you properly.
Okay. How are you?
I had a call with you. Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. What can we do for you? You don't mind if I talk with an
Hey,
accent?
first of all,
When I hear people talk with an accent, I want to talk with an accent. I want to be like you. I'm not making fun of you.
Real.
I'm not making fun of you. I just think it's cool to talk with an accent. So what can we do for you, Khalif?
Cool. Hey, first of all, I wanted to thank for all the knowledge you have been sharing. And I actually had one call, and my wife had a call as well. It was really helpful. So I think we have been in touch with you. Today, my goal is to get 2 questions answered if we can. First, we have around like 45 apartments in Phoenix area, which we accumulated around in the last 15 months with all the strategies you have been telling online as well. And wanted to ask, what are your tips to mitigate some of the risk from market crash or recession? What are your tips on that?
I mean, your tenants' rents, I don't think, even if we have a recession or whatever the hell happens, we have wars going on, I don't think rents are going to go down. All right. I don't see it. Okay. But, I'm not a fortune teller. I've never seen really rents go down in my whole career, I don't think, unless something went bad in that area. But, I mean, basically, I'm just to tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm borrowing every dime I can at the lowest rate right now. All right. Get your hands on all the money out of that property. Who cares if the property ain't worth what it was earlier if you're still cash flowing the same amount? If you take all your money out of the property and you got a locked in fixed rate, you ain't got to worry. Your rent's going to stay the same. Your bills are going to stay the same. And you got nothing to worry about. So I'd get my hands on every dime I could right now. And as long as you got money in the bank, you're safe.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because that's what we do as well, like infinite returns. And, there's no,
I mean, if you
no
get
money
to the
from
point,
our pocket
if
into
you
it.
If you get to the point where you got no money invested, it's just pure profit. There's nothing better than that. Let me ask you a question. Are you Indian?
Yes, I am.
Okay, do me a favor. I don't know if my wife can hear right now. Do you have where do we go on Google? We need to get her a good recipe for butter chicken. She made some butter chicken last night, the other night. That butter chicken, I don't want to tell you what that butter chicken did to me. All right. I needed almost every stomach medicine in the world. So where's the best place to get a good recipe for butter chicken?
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Indian food, by the way. But
okay. All right.
one tip one thing I can tell you, which is probably not everybody knows. Depending on you pick a recipe from northern India versus southern India. That depends how your stomach is gonna feel. So don't go with the spicy southern Indian recipes. Always look for the northern Indian one.
All right, that's good advice. I think she went to Eastern. That shit almost killed me. All right. Well, good luck to you in Phoenix, and I hope you grow and I hope you buy more units.
Yeah. Hey, I have a quick question there.
Go ahead.
Do you have any tips on how we can leverage the cash flow to have a business line of credit which is unsecured by any real estate?
You want to leverage the cash flow? I mean, if
Yes.
you can leverage anything. I mean, leverage means you're borrowing against something of value. I mean, if you take your cash flow and you sock it away in an account that has muni bonds or safe investments, you can borrow against that. I mean, what do you do with your cash?
Basically, I want to leverage 50% of my net cash flow to raise more money and just fuel the business. However, I cannot secure that by any real estate because, as you said, cash it out and all are refinanced already. So I want to just collateralize my rent instead of giving a real estate as a collateral.
All right. So what do you do with your cash right now?
Nothing, just stack it and use it.
Okay, but the point is, what you could do, I mean, you could put it away and borrow against it. But I mean, you're only going to be able to borrow based on the value of. You got $100,000. They're going to let you put it in, some sort of investment that's going to make you 4%, like a tax-free muni bond fund. They'll let you borrow against it 90% at 1%. I mean, the only thing you can do is, your cash flow is your cash flow. You got to let it accumulate. I mean, or you borrow, you leverage the real estate as much as you can to have little cash flow. I mean, really, you can only leverage against something that has value. You can't just
and I
leverage
think that's
on your cash flow. I mean, you can leverage
Oh,
on
I
your
see.
cash. You can take that cash and go buy something and leverage against that. But your cash is your cash. I mean, All
like
right.
basically my
Huh?
okay.
You have more questions, then you can go to benmont.com/shop and get consult with Ben, and I'll connect you with Ben, right?
All right, folks. What else? Are we done, Aaron? You got more super chats?
Let's read.
Chat. This is a quick one. Brent Britton back. Thank you for the 199. How do I increase super chat costs? Well, I mean, in the super chat, if you click the little money sign and you click it, you should be able to type in whatever amount you want. So if you do that, you can put whatever amount you want,
And
and
I
we
don't
really
think we
do
can accept
appreciate
Bitcoin,
it.
can we?
No, I don't think we can
We're
do
not
that yet.
accepting Bitcoin at this time.
YouTube
All right.
should look
Anything
into
else? Are we done? All right. It's 8:30. We've been here for what? Hour and a half. All right. Good luck. Good night. We'll be back soon. We're going to have a big event soon. We're going to get out here and try to find some real estate. I hope you do too.
All right. Everybody hit the like button, subscribe, follow him on Instagram at Real Ben Mala. Follow me on Instagram, Aaron Mala _life. Hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, appreciate
All
it.
right. Adios, amigos.